Okay, so previously it has fetus, fetal fluid, and everything. So pregnancy was maintained. Now the delivery has done. Now the uterus is big in size. Okay, so now there is no scope of having a bigger size of uterus, as there is no fetus inside the uterus. So it has to come to a normal stage, normal size and shape, the previous size and shape. Okay, so once it comes to the previous non-gravity stage, then only the regular cyclicity will resume. Okay, regular cyclicity means again the female will show estrus sign, ovulation will happen, and all other changes related to estrus will happen in timely manner. Okay, cyclicity will get resumed. Okay, one thing is sure, that genital system which was before the parturition, before pregnancy even, it will not come to the normal stage. Of course, return will happen. Return will happen means uterus will come to the non-gravity size of non-gravity uterus, and the length, diameter, and things will come to normal, but it will not be as similar as before conception. Okay, so identical change will not happen. Okay, few changes will not at all change. Few very minute changes will not be irreversible. Okay, so why we are studying this purpurium involution? Why are we focusing this much? Because once this chapter finishes out, you will come to know the entire health of uterine health, and the conception, rate of conception, and other things, which is very important for dairy industry, will be uh, roaming around this purpurium and involution. So first thing, the postpartum uterus is very susceptible for infection. Why it is susceptible for infection? First thing, parturition event is a very stressful condition. It gives lots and lots of stress. Okay, so under the stress, the immunity of an animal, or any, for that matter, even human being, the immunity will go down. Okay, this is known to everybody. Okay, so that is one thing. Second thing, the because recently parturition has happened, so there will be some debris. Okay, some remnant fluid debris, or some some of fetal membrane, part of fetal membrane may be there inside the uterus, and these are organic matter, and again they are very liable to get infected. I mean, they will start putrefying because it's a protein rich material, and then it will start putrefaction, and then the bacterial growth will be exponential in this environment. So environment is favorable, the animal is under a tremendous stress, so it is recovering from stress. Okay, and the third thing is, the cervix is open. Cervix remains open for few days. Okay, so of course the size will reduce drastically within 24 to 48 hours, but still there are chance that this bacteria or pathogen can gain entry through the open cervix. Okay, so these three or four things are very important. Why the period is vulnerable? Why this period is vulnerable or susceptible for bacterial infection? So first is stress, so immunity will go down. Then second is the debris and then organic material will be there inside the uterus, so putrefaction is very common, and then bacterial growth will be there. Okay, and then the open cervix may lead to some ascending infection. Okay, so these are three or four very important points. So now, uh, as I told you, the immune system goes down because of the stress and because of other factors. So especially uterine environment will be compromised, and there are chances that it may end up with metritis, pyometra, or endometritis, several infection related to uterus. Okay. Now, apart from disease condition, pathological condition, if purpurium is normal, involution of uterus is proper, then it is very good for next conception. Okay, the animal will come to heat immediately after purpurium. Suppose the purpurium is extended. Okay, it is long one. So for example, suppose it supposed to happen in 26 to 52 days, but it extended up to, let it be, 70 days. So now the chances of pregnancy will be after 70 days, right? If you compare these two things, suppose one proper involution or proper purpurium period was let it be 45 days, okay, and then second extended purpurium was 70 days. So chances of getting a new calf or conception will be after, not new calf, conception will be after 70 days in second case where the extended purpurium was there, and 45 days or plus in case of first where the purpurium or involution was proper. So again it is related to economy. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, any doubt up to now?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. So what is the major activity? What are the major things happen during this purpurium period? So one thing you are well aware that during pregnancy, the uterus has to expand. Uterus size of the uterus has to be more. Okay. So for that, endometrial hyperplasia happens actually. Okay. So the fiber length gets lengthened just to add this much size, big size of fetus. Now, because during the pregnancy, the uterus has to expand, and therefore hypertrophy happened. Okay. Now, because the fetus is out of the uterus, now uterus has to be smaller. Okay. So now there will be hypertrophy or atrophy of this big size uterus. Okay. So now this is termed as reversal of hypertrophy. Okay. How it will happen means there will be shrinkage, okay, and atrophy of the tubular tract, okay. Because of that, the fluid and tissue debris will be expelled out by voiding this, okay. Then endometrial and uterine wall will get restored. Again it will resume to normal size, okay. Now because entire uterine wall will acquire normal size, so the ovaries will start functioning normally, okay. Once the ovaries become functioning in this normal way, the heat sign will start, okay. And because you see in second point there is a word that is voiding of fluid or debris. So what it does, it acts as a flushing medium, okay. So it is something like when you flush a water, the entire thing which is there in the mid track, it gets eliminated in the same way. So whatever the infection bacterial growth is there within the uterus, so because of the flushing action, large amount of fluid will be voided. So due to the flushing action, the bacterial population also goes out of the uterus. So that accounts as elimination of bacterial colony or bacterial population. Okay. So now we'll see one by one what happens to each species. So our area of interest is cow, okay, cow or buffalo. So now in cow, as we told, there will be shrinkage and atrophy of tubular genitalia, okay. There will be reduction of the size of the uterus, that is again termed as involution. I told you in earlier, even in starting of the class, that there are two words. One is purpurium, that is a time bound, a phase or period. Okay, and the second is involution. Involution defines as the size of the organ. Okay, so if size of the organ is decreasing, especially uterus decreasing, then it is called involution. Okay, so how it starts? The moment the fetus goes out of the uterus, then it triggers. So don't get confused that purpurium or involution start immediately after the removal of the fetus or expulsion of the fetus. It triggers, it stimulates. Okay, so both are different. Now, when the PGF2 alpha and oxytocin are given externally or are produced by the body, again it enhances the purpurium or enhances the involution. Okay. So we'll see what are the changes occurs during the involution. Okay. So the bigger change or more, acceptable changes will be there within very few days of the calving. Okay. So you will see within 72 hours there will be drastic reduction of the size, shape, and then there will be shrinkage. Okay. So as you know, immediately after second phase of parturition, in third phase what happens? Abdominal contraction ceases, but uterine contraction becomes more frequent with less amplitude. Remember that parturition class? Okay, so now here also it adds in involution process as well. Okay, now we'll see what are the what happens to myofibrils. Myofibrils means the muscles. Uterus means there will be muscle layer as well. Okay, so muscles are made up of some fibers that is called myofibers. So what will happen to myofibers? So there will be atrophy. Atrophy or hypertrophy means size will reduce. Atrophy means it will come to the zero, and hypertrophy means it will reduce. So here the size will come to the zero. That is for this one expanded myofibrils. Okay. So now atrophy of myofibrils means you see the drastic change that happens. The immediately after the parturition, if we see the size of the myofibril will be 750 micron. Okay, and immediately after 24 hours it becomes 400 microns. Almost half of the size is reduced. Okay, now within few days the size will remain to less than 200 micron. Okay, so suppose a cow calved today, the very next day the size of the myofibril will be more than half. Okay, and then within few days it will be even further decreased to further half. Okay, so that is the change. Now previously we saw that size of the myofibril. Okay, now we'll see what is the diameter of gravid uterus. So diameter of gravid uterus, it reaches to the almost 50%. Okay, after 5 days of parturition. Okay, now we were talking about diameter. Now what about length? Because as I told you, involution means there will be reduction of size, length, as well as hello. Okay, so what we were discussing, the so the previously we were talking about the length of myofibril. Okay, that goes almost half. Just a minute. ओके, सो आवाज आ रही है आप सभी को?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
कहाँ थे हम लोग? Yes. Length of the myofibril were out within 24 hours. They are going half. Okay. Then again with 2 days again it goes further half. So now we are talking about this diameter. Okay. So the diameter reduces to the half within 5 days. Okay. Now we coming to the length of the gravid uterus. Okay. So diameter became half. Now the length has to reduce as well. So that is involution. So the length reduces to half within 15 days. Okay. So that is the difference between the girth and the length. Okay. So now if we talk about completely when it is, I mean, when we go for rectal palpation, how we will appreciate the uh, you know that the size is decreasing, still there is some scope of reduction of size. So 8 to 10 days we will be in hand to appreciate it, okay, by rectal method. Okay. Yes, in pluripara means if suppose parity is second, third, fourth, then you can uh, mm, uh, the in pluripara the it may take few more days, and primipara it will take a little less days. Okay, so now if we talk about complete involution of uterus, so it takes almost 26 to 52 days. Okay, so that is the range. So earlier is best. What I want to tell you that earlier is best, but this is the range. So if you keep on doing this per rectal examination, you will see that after 20 or 25 days you will not be able to appreciate the change. Even in earlier days you will do per rectal examination, you will see the size of the uterus. Okay, very next day or 2 days after, if you do per rectal palpation, you will clearly appreciate that yes, the size has came down. Okay, but when it goes almost more than 20-25 days, the changes will not be as appreciable. You will not be able to detect it until unless you slaughter the animal and then see the length and width and every changes. Okay, so that actually happens. So if you see the graph, it's a very beautiful graph showing that these are the days of postpartum, okay, and this is the weight of the uterus. So suppose weight of the uterus is 9.5 kgs, okay, and here you will see the diameter, okay. So suppose 400 micron. So you see here it is more than 9 kg, okay, on maybe second or third day. Okay, so drastically it goes down. Okay, up to 15 or 20 days it will be very drastic change. You can appreciate the from this graph. Okay, but when it reaches almost 25 days, so from 25 days onward the change will be so minute that you will not be able to appreciate. That's why I told you in a previous lecture that after 25 days, 20 to 25 days, the changes will not be appreciable through per rectal examination, but changes will be there. There is no doubt changes will be there, but you cannot identify by per rectal palpation. You can understand this point by this. So there is drastic reduction of size, weight. Okay, and you see from, even if you see it from 20, there is some slope, but after 25, 23, 25 days onwards it is almost parallel. Okay, so weight and size will be reducing for first 20 days very drastically. Okay, now we were talking about the reduction or on the diameter or length or weight of the uterus or uterine horn. So we'll see the second most important structure, that is cervix. So what happened to the cervix during involution or purpurium? Okay. Now in cervix also the constriction or shrinkage is very, very rapid. Okay. And yes, this point is very, very validate that, if the parturition has occurred normally, okay, if it has occurred normally, and then if you try to insert your hand per vaginally, it is very, very hard, or you can say very, very difficult to put your hand inside the cervix. At the time of parturition, you can put your hand, it is very easy to cross the cervix. But once the delivery had happened, now after 12 hours even, you cannot put your hand through the cervix. So that is the drasticness, that is the rapidity of the change. Okay. Now after few days, you see 96 hours, after few days, you will not be even able to put your more than two fingers. You will be only putting your fingers. So that will be the strength, or you see the rapidity of shrinkage. Okay. So initially at the time of parturition, you can put your hand inside, no problem. But after 12 hours, if you put your hand, it will not go straight away into the cervix. So the reduction of size will be there. And if you still wait for 2 or 3 days, only you can put your one or two finger, that too in external os. Internal os mostly closes very fast. Okay. Of course, it will not completely close. There will be discharge up to 14 days, but your finger will not cross the internal loss for sure. Okay. So what happens during this change? So there will be, as it happened in uh, mm, uterus. So the same thing, atrophy will be there, shrinkage will be there, and then there will be elimination of excessive fluid. It will be voided. There will be flushing action because of it, and then there is a very drastic reduction of collagen fiber. Okay, collagen fiber level will be decreased. Okay. Now, what happens to the diameter? How the diameter changes? So, if you see after parturition, very second day, the diameter, mean diameter will be 15 centimeter. Okay. Within 10 days, the diameter goes down up to 9 or 10 centimeters. Okay. After 1 month, it will still reduce to 7 or 8 centimeter. And after 2 months, it will be 5 to 6 centimeters. So that is the change you see. For few days, the change is very rapid. And then after 20 to 25 days, that change will not be very fast, but there will be change for sure. Okay. Now, cervix is used as a good indicator of involution. Okay. So if the size of cervix is going down, so it indicates that involution is happening. Suppose a parturition happened, and after 3 days or 4 days or even week, if you are able to put your hand through the cervix, it is, I mean, cervix is open in such a way that you can put your hand inside. Okay. It means that involution is not going on. If involution is proper, then the cervix size will shrink and you cannot pass your hand through it. So it indicates that involution is going on smoothly. Okay. So after 25 days, okay, the cervix, diameter of cervix will be more than diameter of horn. So both are shrinking, but cervical diameter will be more than diameter of uterine horn, and that indicates that proper involution is going on. Okay. So this portion I will try to take up in next class. Okay. We'll end up right here.